Just pure hate. And all those guys are actually his fans who are hating on him.
Definitely, because if you have 60 million followers, man.
Yeah. Oh my God, this song would sound so dope without the lyrics, without the beat, without KSI, without... I'm like, okay, without the song in itself, I guess.
You may be a hater, but you know what? You've watched it 1, 2, 3 times and he's gotten paid from it. So.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. This song would sound good without the song.
You're crying his Bugatti.
But that's how you know you're killing it, when you have haters, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, here, I don't know whether Jay-Z has haters, but this is a for real case of, rape, sexual assault or whatever. Now, Jay-Z has asked the court to dismiss the rape lawsuit due to inconsistencies. Now, a lawyer for rapper Jay-Z has asked a court to dismiss a lawsuit accusing him alongside Sean Diddy Combs of raping a 13-year-old girl in 2000 after inconsistencies emerged in her allegation. Now, this Alabama woman, named in the legal action by the pseudonym Jane Doe, has accused the musicians of dragging and attacking her at a house party, not hers, a house party following the MTV Video Music Awards. Now, she claimed she spoke with one celebrity at the party, though his representative said he was on tour at the time. Her father told NBC News he cannot recall driving 5 hours to pick her up after the alleged assault, as she says. And according to an interview with NBC, the woman acknowledged making some mistakes in her accusation, but she said she stood by her claim. Fam, this is crazy. You know why it's crazy? Because if your dad... Okay, let's just speculate. Just for context purposes. A 13-year-old at an MTV party. First of all, that just sounds twisted.
That's off, number one.
It's very off. Number two, she's saying... Ati, that it was another celeb who took her to a room, and then Diddy and Jay-Z checked into the room, and then they assaulted her in the presence of that celeb. Mind you, she's refused to mention who that celeb is. You get me? That's the second thing. It just sounds so fake.
Yeah.
Number three, she said after that celeb took her to a gas station and dropped her there. And then when she got to that gas station, she was looking all distraught and all scared and and then the owner of that station asked her, "Hey, Wagwan, why are you looking like this?" And then the guy was like, "You give us your dad's number, whoever, to come and pick you up." And then she called her dad.
And then the pop showed up.
And then the pop showed up and then took her back home. But guess what? After the dad took her to the crib, the dad never went to the cops. Never filed a case. Never
took her all the way back home.
All the way back home. Never reported anything anywhere.
That's cap.
You have your black guys. You know how a black dad would, what a black dad would do if he found out that his daughter was assaulted.
What, at the gas station?
Badly.
Yeah.
Where did you come from?
Exactly.
Take us back there.
And then guess what? When the dad was questioned, he says, "I don't even remember anything like that."
But the main thing that comes up as a red flag is, first of all, you hear she's an Alabama woman. So this MTV party was not happening in Alabama.
Oh,
this
snap.
is all the way in California, in LA. So
Funny, you want to tell me she was driven all the way to California?
The dad says, "I don't recall driving 5 hours." My question is, what were you doing 5 hours away?
Yeah.
As
If your dad doesn't,
13-year-old.
if your father doesn't remember anything, then there's nothing that makes sense.
You can't say you ran away. Like, how'd you run away 5 hours away?
Listen,
no.
I'm not saying nothing happened. I'm just saying the way it sounds.
Sounds
She
like
has to have serious evidence.
sounds like someone on
And if at all anything happened to her, then I hope the perpetrators are gonna be brought to book.
That's for sure.
Because it's not fair for a 13-year-old. But you guys, do you know how 13? Like, okay, fine. When was this? 2000. 2000. Jay-Z dropped which album?
It must have been the blue.
It wasn't the Blueprint. It was I can't remember which one. Yeah, these were actually grown guys. They must have been in their 20s or whatever, isn't it? Yeah. But like they were actually grown guys. Do you know how a 13-year-old looks really young, bro? Like even on her face.
But I mean, I beg to differ because the 13-year-olds nowadays in the US, man.
Not nowadays. Not nowadays. I'm talking way
even back then, man. I kid you. Yeah.
JP, You know, these days, there's mamas usually put the butt implants, and there's a lot of junk food that can make even, especially black girls, look idoko older. Like even like a 13-year-old these days can look idoko like 16, 17, 18. That one I would accept.
Yeah.
But back in the day, come on. And even if, okay, fine, assuming even she looked like she was probably like 15 or 16. A 13-year-old's face is so young, guys. It's so young. Like, I really don't believe like these guys were that stupid. And then guess what? They were actually that big. Jay-Z and Diddy,
They were still
were
good.
popping. Though I don't think there was.
That's 20.
2000 in 2000.
Yeah.
2000.
But still, the main thing is, how do you not notice a 13-year-old, moving from one state to another?
How does your
Obviously,
father?
the father would have reported.
How does your
"Oh,
father
by the
not
way,
remember?"
my
How does your
child
father
has
not
been-"
remember? The father was not a kid back then.
Yeah. That's cap.
He'd have said, "My child has been kidnapped, or
Yeah.
is abducted, or is missing." At least one of those. But for you to trouble, that means you've been away for 10 hours.
Exactly.
Plus, including the party that you went into.
Yeah.
Maybe she just saw some black guy who looks like Jay-Z.
Exactly.
And then,
Yeah, so in
she
2000,
played
Jay-Z
this.
dropped the Rock La Familia, the Dynasty.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Dynasty.
Yeah, that's when he dropped the
Bro.
album. That guy was busy.
Yes. And then Diddy has just started popping really crazy. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
With Kina Mason guys and the 112s and whatever. Yeah. So these guys they had massive brands. Would they actually do crazy things like this? Okay. I don't know. I just feel like there's so much
I
going on in
mean,
this.
I think anybody can do those kinds of crazy things. It's just that the timing doesn't match up, and whatever her story says, it just doesn't really link up to what they say happened.
Yeah.
And because
So-
of that, Jay-Z, this whole thing, if at all,
I think the case is not gonna hold any water.
it doesn't hold any water. And because of that,
Yeah.
maybe Diddy could actually get back home.
No, I think you're stretching.
No.
Diddy has too many problems
Because
on
it's
his
the same
plate. This
thing,
is just
boy.
one problem they were trying to drag Jay-Z into to loop them up with Diddy.
But my main question
don't-
is,
yeah.
if he countersues and said this is defamation, does she even have the money to pay Jay-Z? Let's just start there.
No, the lawyer, the Busby guy, he's been known for, doing a lot of blackmail.
See,
and
Busby's
crazy
also one
stuff.
of the guys who's representing one of the people accusing Diddy.
Yeah, so he's representing one of the guys
Some of
accusing
the
Diddy.
accusers, yeah. That's what I'm saying. This could actually lead to Diddy going back home.
I don't think so.
Cuz, why do you... Okay. Why
I don't
why
think
don't you
so.
No, I see your point of view, because
Yeah.
if one witness is faulty, then it's like, how do we know the rest are not tampered with?
Let me tell you, it always boils down to evidence.
One thing you guys need
What's
to
your
know is that Diddy is behind bars. Jay-Z is not.
Doesn't matter, but the
Yeah.
case is still ongoing.
Yeah, so the feds, no, I don't think it's...
Just because they found some lubes doesn't mean it's guilty, bro.
And now you're gonna reveal who you're gonna reveal who it is that was a celebrity that was hidden. The
Exactly.
one who was watching
Can I
the
speculate?
Exactly.
Can I speculate?
No, you
Yeah.
can't. Yeah, this is this is...
Oh,
is-
sorry. Okay, we're not supposed to talk about things going on in the federal courts.
Yeah, you guys, we're going to be sued as well. I think
Yeah,
just because you're in Africa doesn't mean
Rudy
you can
Kasongo
speculate.
Lane, Basi, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
Rudy Kasongo Lane. Yo, leave my man Jay-Z out of these things, man. Jesus, I feel so sorry for him anyway.
Yeah, I mean, it's sad.
Like, it shouldn't be that way. Like, you shouldn't be swindling people, especially celebs, simply because they're at the top of the... Even, it just reminds me of that story of Ronaldo.
Mm-hmm.
A lady literally came out and said how Ronaldo thoroughly assaulted her. And she was crying, nini. Turns out it was fake.
And even this other guy, the player for...
Mendy.
yeah.
For Man City.
Yeah, he had a video at
Yeah.
least. And it
Yeah.
was very clear that the girl was, throwing herself on him.
Exactly.
That saved his ass. So anyway,
I'm just saying anything is possible these days.
Anything,
But
man.
if at all she was actually assaulted, then I hope the perpetrators are going to be brought to book.
For sure.
That's all I can say. But my man Jay-Z, I don't believe it. I don't know. I just don't feel it.
you don't feel it, huh?
Pause. What's your problem?
No.
Yo, peace, man. Zay. Get crazy.
yeah.
Have a great evening, guys. Enjoy the rest of your
Merry
evening.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Happy festivities.
SpiceFM, Nakuru.